Man's Search for Meaning is a nonfiction book by Viktor Frankl that chronicles his experiences as a prisoner in Nazi concentration camps during World War II. The book was published in 1946 and has since sold over 10 million copies and been translated into 24 languages. The book is divided into two parts. The first part, Experiences in a Concentration Camp, describes Frankl's observations of the psychological reactions of prisoners to their imprisonment. He identifies 3 stages that prisoners go through: shock, apathy, and disillusionment. Frankl concludes that the meaning of life is found in every moment of living. Life never ceases to have meaning, even in suffering and death. The second part of the book introduces Frankl's ideas of meaning and his psychotherapeutic method called logotherapy. According to Frankl, the way a prisoner imagined the future affected his longevity. Frankl's philosophy is that a man's deepest desire is to find meaning in his life, and if he can find that meaning, he can survive anything. Here are 3 key takeaways from Man's Search for Meaning by Viktor Frankl. 1. The will to meaning. Frankl argues that the deepest desire of every human being is to find meaning in their life. He identifies 3 ways to find meaning: through work, through love, and through suffering. 2. The importance of attitude. Frankl emphasizes the importance of attitude in determining how people respond to difficult situations. Frankl writes, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." 3. The search for meaning is universal. Frankl's experiences in the concentration camp led him to develop his psychotherapeutic technique called logotherapy, which involves identifying a purpose to each person's life through one of 3 ways: the completion of tasks, caring for another person, or finding meaning by facing suffering with dignity. Frankl's philosophy is that a man's deepest desire is to find meaning in his life, and if he can find that meaning, he can survive anything. Frankl's ideas have resonated with people around the world and have helped many people find meaning in their own lives. The book intends to answer the question, how was everyday life in a concentration camp reflected in the mind of the average prisoner? Frankl's experiences in the concentration camp led him to develop his psychotherapeutic technique called logotherapy, which involves identifying a purpose to each person's life through one of 3 ways: the completion of tasks, caring for another person, or finding meaning by facing suffering with dignity. Cherishing the joys of life is connected to making a positive impact on the world around us. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, "The purpose of life is not to be happy. It is to be useful, to be honorable, to be compassionate, to have it make some difference that you have lived and lived well." Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe this